Hey guys, it's your boy, Pint Sized Games, and today I wanted to do a bit of a more interesting topic, and I wanted to talk about 10 things that need to die in gaming for 2018 to make 2018 the best gaming year ever. So, the first thing that definitely needs to die is hackers. Nobody likes them. They ruin the game for people, and it just makes the game a bad experience. I've noticed it more now in Rainbow Six Siege. I've noticed a lot of hacking and other forms of exploitation, and it just ruins the game for a lot of people. And I don't know, it needs to die. And to be honest, if some company, this is a really good idea to be honest, they add in a DLC, which is to be able simply to have a better anti-cheat client that's more interactive. Like, say like me, I am now recording all my gameplay via OBS. I believe that if you are using OBS and whatnot, any other form of video recording software, and you happen to record a video, I want to see like a software you can submit it to them and show them blatantly hacking. This is a really good idea that I think I'd be very amazed if a company ever added it. It's not very practical, but the next thing that needs to die in gaming is microtransactions. Nobody really likes them. They, like, especially in free-to-play games. I'm fine with microtransactions as long as they're only cosmetic. If the microtransaction is anything other than cosmetic, it's not worth your time. You shouldn't be able to buy non-cosmetic items for real-life currency in a video game. It's just not right. Now, this is another thing that it probably isn't gonna die, but, and I semi-support it, it would be nice for the gaming community, and that is cryptocurrency mining. Like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Those just drive prices up for hardware, especially GPUs, and makes it impossible for people who just want to casually game and whatnot to upgrade their GPU or RAM or whatever. So essentially GPU prices need to go down. This is kind of one tailored to different types of games, but like I don't want to say free-to-play titles need to go away, but they kinda do. Like, you can charge $1 for a game, but like certain free-to-play titles, they just don't need to be around. They're lame and boring. Like, I like free-to-play, but there's a point where it's just a little too much. Like, you can do any free-to-play game, but I don't know. That one's a little weird. And I'm like unscripted right now, so I'm coming up with this stuff in my head. And I think just in general, saltiness needs to die in gaming. Just people being salty at each other. Like, it's a game, and, actually, sadly, the first swatting death happened. It was an uninvolved person who some idiot tried to swat him, called in the wrong address, and the man was shot and killed. That's another thing that needs to die in 2018 is the whole process of swatting. It's not funny, it's not a prank. Like, I personally know our local SWAT commander, and like, it is not funny. Like, just don't swat people. Pretty much, it's that simple. Like, the man was killed over a pack of gum. Sorry about the low-quality gameplay in the background, by the way. It was a little... my OBS settings weren't right, so you'll just have to bear with it and listen to me talk. So we're on, like, 6. This one's not exactly gaming related, but people using the phrase drop like a bad habit or some like that type of saying. I'm gonna drop you like a bad habit. Because a bad habit's hard to drop, and in the end it'll come around and kick you in the butt. So just don't say, I'm gonna drop you like a bad habit. You just make yourself sound stupid. I'm gonna drop you like a bad habit. Just please don't use that saying, people. Especially when it comes to gaming, like, it's not cool, it's not funny, it's lame. Team killing. Like, I support having, like, in every game, no anti-team kill settings, but for the love of God, team killing needs to stop. Just in general, team killing in any game. But I still don't want them to disable team killing. It's kind of a lose-lose. It's hypocritical. This is just restricting your children on what games they are able to play. Video games do not cause violence. That's all I'm gonna say. I will probably make a whole nother video about this, but video games do not cause violence. It's that simple. So, people blaming video games. That's like 8. At 8, this is just people being offended in general. Especially people being offended by video games. Like, if you get offended over video games, you shouldn't be playing them. Like, it's just, don't get offended by people who play video games if you've never tried them. Just don't. And, that's 9. And this final one's kinda just Just bunch of DLC and a bunch of different versions of the game to get all the DLC. Like for Watch Dogs, I want to say there was 12 different copies of the game that you had to buy to get all the DLC. That's insane. So just like make like 5 different versions of the game. The first one includes the base game, no DLC. The second one includes like the first bit of DLC. The middle one includes half, and so on and so forth. Until the 5th copy contains all the DLC and like all the collector's edition stuff. So there you have it. It's your boy, Pint Size PB, out.